Are you at that place with your watercolor paintings where you're finally ready to spend the money on a good watercolor block, but you have no idea how to trace your painting onto a block? I'm Margaret with Sacramento Art Classes, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. This is a video that a lot of people have been asking for about how to use a projector. So let's go inside the studio and I'll show you how. Okay, here we are in my studio. Don't judge, it's kind of messy. I just finished with class earlier today. And this is what it looks like. I have windows on all sides and I can see right outside while I'm teaching. I have a beautiful view. So here's what you want to do. If you're thinking about using a projector, I have my setup here and I'm going to change my camera angle a lot on this one so you get a good view. But this is a swing arm that has a kind of mount on the end that attaches directly to my camera. And I will give you the link to this camera in the description below the video. Sorry, that's upside down, but I mount the camera upside down. And I like to use this with my iPad. So here's where I'm going to have to change things around a bit, and then I'll come back to you and give you another camera angle. Okay, I use Procreate on my iPad, and I use it to store all the images and the sketches of the things that I want to teach. And I'm going to show you this painting right here. Inside Procreate there is a layering capability. I know that we're not quite in focus right now, but if I hide the image, and now all I have is a sketch. So I make the sketch right from the image on my iPad on Procreate. Then I come over here to the projector, and you need to turn it on first. Right, so you're going to see that the light is coming and it's going to project onto the floor. Some people mount them from the ceiling, but the way my arrangement is, I actually sit on the floor to do my tracing. And then here is the end of the plug from the projector. This is goes into whatever device. I had to buy, actually my friend got this for me, an attachment that has an end on it which goes directly, let's see, make it so you can see it better. It's kind of hard with this video. We have too many things it's focusing on. Anyway, this goes right into the bottom, plugs into my iPad. So let's do that. Okay, you want to make sure the projector is on before you plug that into the iPad or it doesn't work. They don't tell you that in the manual, but it was something that I had to figure out. Okay, so then you can see on the floor, that's a square of light where the projector is looking down onto where I will put my block. So give me a second to get that set up. Okay, so here we are. I had to move my swing arm a little bit. You can see everything is connected. Then right down here on the floor, I am using a block. This is Kilimanjaro 100% cotton 140-pound watercolor paper. And I've got it on the floor lined up exactly where the camera is casting its light. So let's go a little bit closer to the paper. Now, you can see it's pretty blurry, but on the camera itself, there is this rotating wheel, which is your focus. So we're going to turn that and get a pretty clear image of what we want to trace. And I sometimes have to move the paper a little bit. Sometimes I move the camera a little bit. Or let's say I want to enlarge and have this on a larger block than my 9x12. What I would do in that case is come back, lift this a little higher so you can see it casts a bigger light so that I can adjust the arm and move the paper as many times as I want to get the exact size and shape that I need. One last adjustment that I can do is on my actual iPad itself, again in Procreate. That's the sketch, that can enlarge this way too. So I have lots of different ways to make sure that I'm getting the exact right size and the focus that I need on my paper. And then I just sit on the floor with a pencil and an eraser and trace right over that sketch. And that's how I project onto my watercolor block. And just in case you were wondering, the image that I was showing you, I worked on that in class this morning. And so we started working on the sky a little bit. And we'll fill in the rest of the painting later on, but that's the trick. So hopefully you, if you like this, give it a like or a thumbs up. Follow me on YouTube because I have lots of different videos up on YouTube with just quick tips. And I also have a free supply list and a video about how to control the water in your paintings. So that'll be linked below. Give that a look, and happy painting. Have a great day.